And second questions from our wonderful dedicated client. I feel overwhelmed by the state of the world. I want to raise my consciousness. What helps emotionally and spiritually?
So first, I want to acknowledge that when we look outside to how the world is, it can sometimes be saddening. So I want to first acknowledge that. I also want to acknowledge that when we look out to the world, sometimes it can be beautiful. So sometimes we look towards the beautiful, even though the sad is there. Okay. What do we do in terms of lifting our consciousness to help? Maharishi who's the gentleman who's no longer with us, who re-enlivened the Ayurvedic knowledge into its wholeness, and thus it's called Maharishi Ayurveda. He talked about how important it is to have moments where you go back to the self, where you experience that inner quiet, that inner stillness, that inner beauty within ourselves. And he recommended the learning of transcendental meditation to help with that, because it makes a huge difference. And he talked about how for a world to be peaceful, then we need to have a world, it's like a forest. For a forest to be green, it needs to be made up of a lot of individual green trees. So the first thing is to look at our own sense of peace. How do we make ourselves peaceful? Now, that's about living life in accord with natural law. So as much as you can, follow the Ayurvedic routine of the daily routine. Put your attention on that which gives you bliss or pleasure. Be in the company of the wise. Choose good, nourishing food, ideally organic or spray-free, and allow your attention to be with things that give you joy each day, that causes a smile. And for products to help, because they can really make an impact, then again, blissful joy if our mood is low. If we're worried and anxious, then I suggest a combination of stress relief before food, 1 to 2 tablets twice daily, 30 minutes before, and then worry-free afterwards, 1 or 2 tablets twice daily. When I look out at the world, I see that the world's consciousness is going through a turbulent time, and yet I still feel hope. And I think I feel hope because of the knowledge that has come out through this tradition of knowledge and what it's providing to the world. So if you're having a hard time finding your own hope, please hold on to mine.
Such a helpful response, especially now. It's reassuring to know we have tools to uplift ourselves from within. You mentioned meditation. Transcendental meditation is important. The types of food we're eating and consuming and the products we're taking, and looking for things that make us happy, bring us joy. Those things are extremely important. And thank you for reminding that. So the next question we have received from the community is, I'm coping with aging as I reach 70. What daily practices can support energy and dignity in aging?
A beautiful question, thank you. So exercise first thing in the morning, absolutely crucial. Having meaning and purpose in your life. So look at where you are learning things. Is your knowledge expanding in areas of your joy? Topics you like, hobbies you may have? Engage in those. There's always something to learn. In terms of the process of gracefully aging, again, it doesn't matter whether we're 2 or 30 or 50 or 80. Follow the routine of life, the daily routine, and eat good food at regular intervals. Get good sleep. And when you look in the mirror, see a person who has contributed to life in many ways and who has touched the hearts and minds and lives of many, and feel grateful, because I'm sure many people around you are grateful for your contribution in their life.
So encouraging, Linda. Aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can be a deeper phase of wisdom and well-being.